Hey y'all, Jamie here. Proud 55-year-old trans woman from New Orleans. So, where last I left off, I had gone with my little sister Deanne to our mother's house to help my sister come out to her as gay. And my sister at the time was 19. Yeah, she was about 19, 18 or 19. Um, and yeah, so we went over to my mother's house and she told her, she said, Mama, I'm gay and I have a girlfriend named Tina. And my mother went left. I mean, she went so far off the charts. She was like, absolutely fucking not. You're not going to do this to me. I'm not going through this again. And she pointed at me and said that she had faced the fact that I was a lost cause a long time ago, but that she knew there was hope for my sister to like dick again because she had liked it before. Now, what my mother couldn't get through her head was the fact that my sister only liked dick that said made in Taiwan on the side, okay? So, battery operated dick. So, but my mother, listen, bless her, she was just losing her shit that day because honestly, she had one kid that was trans. Her eldest was trans. Her youngest, well, the youngest that she kept was, gay now, a lesbian now. And she had one daughter that she had given up for adoption. So at that time, we had no idea what was going on with her. And then she had another daughter who was straight, but a hot mess. So, she couldn't win. Like in her eyes she couldn't win. And so yeah, my sister and I, it didn't go really that well that day. But listen, my mother, I guess maybe because she had dealt with me, she was a little more like, I don't know. She was a little more open to the process this time around. Let's put it that way. And even though she was really not happy, and she was like, "Y'all are not going to put this on me. It's not my fault that y'all are all turning out this way." And we were like, "Girl, nobody's blaming you, Mary. Nobody is blaming you at all. Like, calm the fuck down." Anyway, so yeah. Now I was speaking of my other sister, Daphne, the sister that was a hot mess. It's my sister, Daphne. There had been a big falling out between me and my sisters back in 1991. And at that time, my sister Daphne got hit in the mouth with a hammer from Puerto Rican Tracy. Puerto Rican Tracy was trying to get her to leave our house because she had kicked in my door at 5:30 in the morning, and Tracy threw a hammer to try to scare them back out of the house, and it hit my sister in the mouth. Broke out 9 teeth and caused her plastic surgery to try to fix her face and all of that. She was still a gorgeous woman afterwards. Like, it didn't destroy her looks. She was still a gorgeous woman after that. But her and I had not spoken, okay? And then my sister Deanne, like, we had made up about a year after the fight. And my sister Daphne and I, it took longer. It took about 3 years before we made up because it was 1994 now. And, my sister Daphne had given birth to a little boy that she had named Milton. And little Milton, she did not stay with his father. Apparently, according to Deanne, the father was an abusive asshole, an alcoholic. So my sister didn't stay with him. Shortly after my nephew was born, she left him. She ended up getting together with his best friend. Yeah, messy. Redneck days of our lives, honey. The redneck days of our lives. So, yeah. Um, and my sister Deanne got Daphne to agree to see me and to talk to me. And my sister Daphne agreed that because it had been Puerto Rican Tracy that threw the hammer that hit her, she wasn't going to stay pissed at me. She decided to forgive me, okay? And so I was grateful. Listen, I understood why she was upset. If I had been hit in the mouth with a hammer, I would have been really upset for a very long time, too. That being said, I wouldn't have gone and kicked in their front door like that and shown my ass at 5 o'clock in the morning, all fucked up or whatever they were messed up on. I wouldn't have done what happened that caused the fight if I'm being honest. But at any rate, my sister Daphne and I, we get together, and I get to meet my nephew. I got to meet my nephew. He was a little precious little baby boy, blonde hair, blue eyed. Looked a lot like me and Deanne. You know, Deanne and I we favored each other. My sister Daphne looked just like our mother. She looked just like our mother. And my mother was Sicilian, you know, dark olive complexion, green eyes. Yeah, my mother distinctly looked Sicilian, whereas Deanne and I had the white bread looks. So, you know, is what it is. So, anyway, I got to meet my nephew Milton, and I was hanging out with them and seeing them. And listen, when I first met that child, that little boy was like, I looked at my sister and I said, I hope you know, like, you're the one that's going to have the babies for us. You're the only one that's like a woman that likes dick and that has the ability to have babies. So you are the mother for these. So anyway, we agree to get my mother to go with me to go visit them. She's going to see my nephew, her grandchild, for the first time. And her and I are in the car riding out to go see them. They were about a half hour outside of the city. On the way there, my mother looks at me and she says, There's something I need to tell you. I've discovered I have cancer, and I don't want you to tell your sisters anything. On our way to go see them. And if y'all want to know what happens next, honey, y'all know the routine. Be here next time, and I will too. I love you all. I love you all for watching, and I love you for the comments. Please repost this. It helps, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye bye.